And we are alive, everyone. Welcome. The doors are wide open and ready for you to virtually come in and be a part of the conversation with us tonight. Thank you for joining us here at Gay Town Hall, bringing LGBTQ voices into the discussion and debate and advertising you with America's most diverse group of personalities from the LGBTQ community in history. I'm your moderator, David Quiñones, also known as the Social Club Butterfly. I serve as the executive director of my own personal nonprofit organization, GVSC, Gay Vista Social Club, building friendships across South Florida, as well as the director of community and business outreach here at Happening Out Television Network. Because if it's happening in the LGBTQ world, it is happening out. We here at Gay Town Hall want you to join the conversation with us alive here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. with us as we broadcast to you on Facebook and YouTube. And start following us on our newest platform, LinkedIn. Let's get tonight's discussion and debate started, America, here on Thursday, March 11th. Welcome, everybody, to Gay Town Hall. All right, so I am thrilled to welcome Gay Town Hall's lead host for tonight's conversation. He is an associate professor of English and Humanities at Broward College. Additionally, he teaches for extended periods of time at international colleges in China, India, Spain, and Bolivia. He also serves as an anchor on the world's first live daily queer evening news show, Queer News Tonight, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. He also claims to be always thirsty, loves juicy chicken, and likes a big, thick slice of cake. So let's find out a little bit more about our lead host. So his worst attribute, he thinks he's dead right. It's been mentioned that he may be a communist, but really he's a Marxist. His best attribute is he's taught at universities across the world and again, is always dead right. Plus, it's his birthday weekend, so be nice to him. Please welcome Gay Town Hall's lead host and our progressive college professor, Dr. Ty Hauser. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. Wow, I didn't realize that I was going to be advertising myself with that introduction. But yes, girls, hi, I'm here.
And just because I didn't get the number in time, your phone number is?
Yeah, DM me.
All right, anyone who wants to slip a DM in directly to Ty, please feel free. So Ty, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the work that you do at Broward College.
So I teach for Broward College online, so all of my classes are fully online classes. I'm developing 2 classes right now that are really exciting. Introduction to Humanities course is my favorite, and it's my favorite because I'm able to draw on like all of the disciplines in the humanities to put together a class where students are able to think about things in ways they've never thought about them before. You know, we might have drag queens singing and Eminem singing and link them to like a modern philosopher. Love that shit.
All right. And it is your birthday here coming up. Do you have any special plans you're thinking of?
Beware the Ides of March. Monday will be my birthday. You will see me perched on a bar stool all day long. Please come and say hello. The plans all started, I'm going to say last weekend, because I've gone out every night since like Saturday, and there's no more alcohol in my house. So my friends are taking care of me.
All right. Well, that's what friends are for. So now let's go ahead and get the show started. We're going to start off the show like we do every single week, and that is with our first segment of the night, and that is What is on Your Mind? So each of our hosts will express what's on their mind today and tell us about it, good or bad, in just 30 seconds. And then I'm going to ring my little bell here. And in honor of Dr. Ty Hauser and his upcoming birthday, what's your favorite or best gift that you have received on your birthday? So up first, he is the Real Houseboy of Fort Lauderdale, coming to a TV near you. Let's please welcome Corey Gordon. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey. Unmute yourself, girl. Unmute
You're
yourself.
on mute, girl. You're on mute.
I'm on
They
mute.
set you up on
There
the
we go.
television show.
Happy birthday. I guess what's on my mind right now is Ty's class. I kind of want to take that class. Can anybody join it, or how does that work?
We are an open access institution. All you've got to do is send in an application and register for the course.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I can give you a private lesson later. Don't worry.
All right, we do that too. I'm a philosopher.
There's a cost in that.
So what's on my mind right now? I guess just what's going on with the Royals. I'm a huge fan of the Crown, so it's kind of interesting to see like what's being played out right now with Prince Harry and Meghan and the Queen of England, and just like watch the psychological like aspect of the situation. It's what's on my mind right now. And the best gift I've got on my birthday was, I don't even know. I was too drunk. I'm too drunk to remember. I get too drunk to remember. So I guess somebody paying for my top is the best gift I've ever gotten.
That is the gift that keeps on giving. All right, up next is our non-culture identity from Sawmill Camp and Resort. Let's please welcome John Holt. What's up?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, John.
Hey, Ty.
Thank you, honey.
What's on my mind? Obviously, the Biden passage of the Save America bill. That's great. I'm very happy about that, and I'm happy with the job that Biden's doing since he's been in office. So, hooray! And then, in terms of gift, my favorite gift, always being the romantic, is when the man I loved spent the whole day with me all alone on my birthday. So that was my best birthday gift.
Aww, that's sweet.
Now I'm a little concerned, John, because I remember your episode and all the certain things that may or may have not happened before that gift or after that gift. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, so up next we have our hybrid DJ diva and political activist. Let's please welcome the fabulous Power Infinity. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Power.
What's going on? Okay, so my favorite gift on my birthday, it's a tie actually, between the first DJ equipment that I was given when I first started DJing. All my friends got together and pitched in and bought me my first DJ setup. So I think that was nice. And also that comes into a tie with birthday dick that I've been given over the years. But, that's always going to score right up there with the best gifts. And what's on my mind, I would say what's on my mind is actually also the Royals. We've learned this week that Piers Morgan's is trash, and also that just because you're royalty doesn't mean you have class.
Oh.
So if Power was hosting the show, you do not have any talent. And Piers would have got the yes on that one. All right, so we have a few new hosts that are joining us tonight, so let's not scare them off. They've been previous guests on the show before, or some of them it's their first time. So our first guest host he is now living in Chicago, Illinois, and received his bachelor in computer science and is currently an IT support engineer. A writer for Grab Magazine, a bi-weekly entertainment and lifestyle publication serving the LGBTQ community in Chicago, surrounding suburban areas and the Midwest. He is also an online social media personality with over 20,000 Facebook and 13,000 Instagram followers. He was also our first ever live question of the day video to be featured on Gay Town Hall to the wonderful Power Infinity. So let's please welcome Dylan Seitz. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, hello. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Just getting into things, probably like the best gift I've ever got for my birthday, or just any gift in general, was probably a 1997 Honda Accord EX that I actually got from my father as a gift on my 16th birthday. And that gave me so much freedom to actually explore the world and get outside of the suburbs and like go explore like the city and like everywhere else. That was pretty nice. But besides that, what's been on my mind, obviously, like what John said, like with the $1.9 trillion stimulus deal or just relief for Americans in terms of extending employment until September and everything else that was factored into that bill. And the $1,400 that's hopefully coming to everyone next week, or at least people that are making $80,000 or less. But yeah, so that's something very exciting, and I'm glad that this administration is prioritizing the Americans first and trying to get everyone in a place where people can actually afford things and have some sort of relief.
So in other words, you're saying Ty will not be getting that $1,400 check on his birthday.
Girl, I better get more than $1,400.
I mean, Ty, you're global. You're international.
He will definitely be getting this $1,400.
I figured Ty was in the 1 percentile or the one top of.
Nah, the 1%. Remember, the 1%. Mark Zuckerberg is poor, but he's rich with Facebook because he writes off everything. He pays himself $1 a year, so he's poor. He's probably getting a $1,400 check.
Wow. Our next host here with us is a critically acclaimed stand-up comedian and comedic actor who focuses material on unique personalities and culture of his hometown, Miami. He's a professor of sociology at Miami-Dade College, no fight in Ty, with his entertaining lectures focusing on sociology and the history of South Florida, as well as a curator and guide for the History Miami Museum. He has been named New Times' Best Comedian in Miami, an Ultimate Miami Comedian in 2017, and called Miami's first out comedian, with him selling out several one-man shows at the Fillmore Miami Beach. Let's please welcome Freddie Stebbins. Hey, Freddie.
Yay!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi, Freddie.
Hey.
Welcome.
It's great to be here. You like it's always Christmas here in Miami.
Oh, there is a tree behind you.
Is that a marijuana plant or is that something else?
Let's just say that I'm investing in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, it's great to see you guys. Thanks for having me back. Professor, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Outstanding. And I guess the only thing on my mind is, I was so sick of having a celebrity in office, Donald Trump, of course. Great. I'm a celebrity. It's going to be fantastic. So good. But we've gone to the other side, folks. Matthew McConaughey is going to run for governor of Texas. And this blows my mind. And I'm just thinking to myself, what is his opening statement going to be? You know? All right. Everyone gets a town car. It's going to be great. The only people in Texas are steers and queers. And you don't have any horns. Huh? All right. Okay, I've really made it as a comedian.
And let me just say, Russelloni,
when did he announce he was running for governor? When did he announce
any favorite gift?
Super gift. The greatest gift I got was when I went to go get tested for COVID last week, and they said you don't have COVID, but you do have herpes. So
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
That is another gift. That is another gift.
That was good to know.
Alrighty then. And our final host of the evening, he is a native Floridian, cum laude political science and public relations graduate of Florida International University, and has worked in the LGBTQ plus sector for his entire professional life. Currently, he serves as the editor-at-large at WeMag, Hotspots Magazine, as the community co-chair of the MSM Advisory Group for the Broward County Department of Health, and is the reigning Mr. Stonewall. He's currently working to establish a nonprofit that focuses on the underserved Black LGBTQ plus community of South Florida called FAM, Forming a Movement. Let's please welcome JB Menz to the screen. Hey, JB.
Yay, JB.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? Happy birthday, Dr. Ty.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. Saving the best for last. I'm just kidding.
Of course.
I guess I'm not as poignant or studious as everybody else with what's on your mind, because what's on my mind is that I did chest day yesterday and my chest is totally sore. So
hey, chest is very important. Very important.
It is. And in fact, if you just take your shirt off so that we could see the work that you've done, that would be all right.
Now, Ty, this is his first episode. By the way,
Whose foot is that in the back?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually my assistant. I'm just playing. No, that's my wife. But yeah, so, and what's on my, well, that was what's on my mind. And what's my best gift? I can't really say that. I don't know any gift that I've been given that's the best, because no one could actually top what I give to people. So I would kind of switch that and say that I'm the best.
Wow.
Like, totally, if you want to get to know me for your birthday or anniversaries and stuff like that, because I really dive into your psyche to understand who you are and give you like a gift that you'll love completely. So
your gift is spreading joy. That's the best gift you can get, somebody being happy.
Well, I don't know so much as joy, but I spread something else.
I know
Your
a great
legs.
gift for you. I know a great gift for you. You would love a massage right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go, John.
So Ty's gift is, after the show, you guys are gonna hit up Wilton Manor, go grab that drink at the Eagle. No shirts required. Does that sound like?
Is it underwear night tonight? I don't remember.
It's underwear night every night.
And JB has impeccable style. If you've ever met him in person,
Oh,
he's
thank
always
you.
on
You're
point.
too kind.
Always on point. Always on point.
You're too kind.
All right, let's get a round of applause for our host with us tonight.
Woo!
And honor, Amber always does that plug. Make sure you guys leave comments if you're watching on the audience. We'll share your comments on the screen, and that gives us life and that gives us energy. So thank you so much for everyone who is watching the show. All right, let's dive right in. On Gay Town Hall, you may have questions, and we definitely want to hear and see your answers. We want you, our social media viewing audience, to let your voice be heard, and we want you to weigh in on what we're talking about. So it's time for this week's Gay Town Poll. All of our hosts have casted their votes in, hopefully already. For our viewers watching, to cast your vote in, click on the link that's posted in tonight's episode and submit your answers. Later on, before the end of the show, we will share the results visually on screen and see which was the winner. So make sure to cast your votes in now. So today's Gay Town poll is, what is the overall best gift idea for 2021 that everyone loved to give for gay men for a birthday or a holiday? The choices are advanced anti-aging routine, anti-theft classic backpack, they're very specific, gay pride curtain, a liquor dispenser, maple wood sunglasses, neck shoulder back massage with heat, premium men's tie set, shaving kit for men, throw blanket, or wooden phone docking station. What do you guys think?
Wait, JB's not on that list?
Unfortunately, I don't believe he's on Amazon. I don't believe he's available for purchase.
Oh.
What do you guys think?
Well, let's keep it.
Everything's available for purchase.
Could you I was gonna say, could you take that down and stop covering our faces?
Let me tell production. Production power has spoken.
First of all, I really think that what the actual most popular gift would have been was not on that list at all. You had to choose from what was on the list, but I think the most popular gift was not on that list, which would have been harnesses.
I would have thought jockstrap.
Well, a lot of those items were in the best LGBTQ gift that we did for the holiday for Valentine's Day. That was a lot of.
It's the greatest gift I've ever bought myself.
That's what I'm saying.
So I went with the decanter because everything in my apartment focuses around alcohol.
Yes,
it does.
I did too.
Alcohol is very lovely.
We're going to find out at the end of the show, so make sure you guys vote, and we will share all your results then. Until then, let's go ahead and jump into our first LGBT topic of the week. Our theme this week is Thai TV. Today's episode is Toss Caesar Salad. How has Julius Caesar integrated society? Our first topic is lifestyle and cultural. So it's going to be called Long Live Julius Caesar. Okay, next. And with that, Ty, take us through our first topic of the night.
Well, just a kind of a little bit of context here. So my birthday is actually the 15th of March, which is the day Julius Caesar was killed by his friend Brutus on the Senate floor in ancient Rome. So there's a whole history to that. That's why Caesar is being tied into today. But I will say, that when he returned to Rome from defeating the Gauls, Caesar was hailed by the people as a celebrity. However, that's where his popularity ended. The Senate that he came back to was afraid of his power and his popularity that he enjoyed from the citizens of Rome. So, like the Senate, I hold some very unpopular opinions of people who are celebrities according to you all in the public. For instance, you'll never change my mind. J-Lo, Bruno Mars, Tom Hanks, and Christina Aguilera, no talent. None. What? So, who are the famous people? Who are the famous people you secretly roll your eyes about when someone goes all fangirl on them? When you hear someone going, oh my God, I love her. And you just go, ugh, girl, bye.
Christina Aguilera has no talent?
That's correct.
Did you not hear her voice?
No, I have heard her voice. That's why I'm saying that.
JB, take it away. Let's go.
What? I'm so shocked. I'm lost for words. Christina Aguilera.
E2, Brute.
Even Richard is shocked on social media.
It takes a lot to shock Richard, too.
So wait, why don't you think Christina Aguilera is talented?
Why do I think she's talented?
Why does Ty think she's not talented?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good question.
Because she tries too hard. You don't have to, if you're talented, you don't have to try that hard. And I'm willing to bet that without a modulator, she can't hit those notes.
How do you feel about Mariah Carey?
I like Mariah Carey.
Oh,
although, I can't stand the Christmas song that you all love.
Oh yeah, I'm over it too. Actually, I used to love it, but now I beat the dead horse. I can't do that one anymore. Rihanna. I think early Rihanna, she cannot sing. She definitely has her talent, but like upon the replay, she was a horrible singer. I'm sorry, she cannot sing.
Wow, I never expected to hear Rihanna.
I love Rihanna today. I love that because she more came into her own voice. But like Rihanna back in the day when she was commercial, she could not sing.
I agree with that. I think she's really like grown into it, and she's had a lot more experience, and that's what's made her a more successful artist. And obviously, when anyone first start out at anything, you're not going to be great at it. You're still learning. You're still developing. So, I mean, I definitely agree with that statement.
I'd like to jump in here, Dr. Ty. By the way, I agree with you on some of your choices. I do think, and I know I'm in the minority here, I actually think Tom Hanks is very talented. I think the problem is that he's just such a natural at the things he does. He's very good at playing characters. I love characters. And let's be honest, his biggest talent is he's an actor. He's been acting straight for 30 years.
That's he's been doing a good job of it. Well,
yeah, so
kind of a good job.
Yeah. I roll my eyes at Oprah Winfrey. That's who I roll my eyes at.
Why Oprah?
Oh, look, here we go.
Oh, okay, so when it comes to like mindfulness and like protecting your energy and all that stuff about like mindfulness, I like her. But when it comes to like just certain things she says about like, so she's a billionaire, but she says to Black people that you will never be equal because no matter how much money you have, which is not true in my opinion. And she constantly race baits. So that's why I roll my eyes on her personally.
I feel like that statement's
interesting.
Really?
Very
Can I just say,
I
I think that, and I might be in the minority here as well, but I just roll my eyes at all of them. All of them. I mean, when I say that, I'm very. If you follow me on Facebook, I say what I say, and I.
Do you mean just entertainment power, or is it broader?
I am anti-celebrity, and everybody knows that about me. I'm very, very big. I'm anti-celebrity. I believe that if we, in a utopian world, we would live in a world where we were not separated by class, we weren't separated by race, we weren't separated by creed, by culture, by status, by royalty versus pauper, by celebrity versus layperson. I have come to a point where I have dealt with and worked with so many celebrities that it does not impress me anymore. The only people that impress me are people that positively impact their community and the world around them. And I don't care how good you sing, how many seats you sell out in a stadium. If I ran into Beyonce, I would treat her like anybody else that I don't know and don't care about. I really would.
Of course.
So, I mean, I actually met Christina Aguilera on South Beach one night And I can say I am probably one of the few that would have met her and did what I did, which is I met her on South Beach as a club kid. Her team pulled myself, China Girl, and some other club kids on South Beach into her VIP area. At the time, her album, Fighter, whatever that album is, that she had, that album was out. She had just released it, and she was sitting in a VIP room, and she wanted the appearance, or at least her team did, that she was surrounded by all these colorful drag queens and club kids. So as we walked into the club, which was Cameo on South Beach, somebody approached me and said, "Hey, would you like to hang out with Christina Aguilera? She's sitting up there." And I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever." And they took me up there, and she was just sitting there in a corner with her hat down, like if she was bored as hell, which bored me. And so I sat beside her. I was introduced to her. Hey girl, how you doing? How you doing? About 5 minutes go by. She ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. Okay, well, girl, good luck on the album. And I got up and I left.
Listen, you heard it here first. And can I just say, I know Power's forever young, but damn, she just said China Girl. She just said Cameo. I'm not having a flashback.
I know.
I mean, it feels like Alice here talking about RuPaul.
Oh, I am actually in that minority.
Except the difference is I diss Christina. I would kiss RuPaul's ass.
Well, no, it's actually funny because I actually agree with you. I'm a part of that minority with you because I've met quite a few celebrities. When I was living in New York, when I was 23 for about the 6 months, I used to go out to Love Gun, which was Anderson Cooper's, I don't know if it's his boyfriend or his ex-boyfriend's club, and he would be out there. And one night I was there, he was there with Mark Consuela, Kelly Ripa, and it was him. I went up to Anderson Cooper. I was like, "Oh, how are you doing? Can we take a picture?" He was like, "No, whatever." And it was just fine. He's in public, but he was just like looked at me, just like whatever. And then I ended up hanging out with Kelly Ripa, and I could say this one about Kelly Ripa is she is the sweetest person you will ever meet. Like me and her were talking, we were shooting the shit. I kind of stumped her husband a little bit, but like me and Kelly were just like literally hanging out for like 3 hours, just like talking. You know, wow. She's like the sweetest person you'll ever meet. But yeah, no. So I get it.
So, I'd like to say that there's a difference between, I think you're right. I mean, we shouldn't glorify celebrities.
Oh yeah, it's a job.
But at the same time, people can't help but be inspired by certain performances or people that they respect. And I think it's in our human nature. Maybe not for us because the 6 of us here are brilliant, but I think for a lot of people, they want to look up to someone. They want to have that perfect hero, if you will.
And I was going to ask Freddie, if it's not a musician or an entertainer or an actor, if there's anybody in the world that we look up to and they become famous, does that put them in that category of celebrity or is celebrity?
Yes, it certainly does. I mean, in religion, you can, many people idolize the Pope. In politics, many people idolize Obama. In poetry, people idolized, I did, Maya Angelou. There's many, many different realms. And some of these celebrities, we've all met celebrities. Some of them are just dicks, right? Or assholes. And they feed off that energy. But some of them, like some of you just said, they're really nice people. They can't help it if they're famous. By the way, I'd like to add people that I'm roll my eyes to, and I'm showing my age here. Some of you might remember this guy, Dr. Drew Pinsky. Does anyone know?
Oh yeah, him.
The
sex doctor.
Yeah,
sex expert. Yeah.
Fucking annoying. And Dr. Phil.
I agree with Dr.
I hate these TV experts. I hate them.
Yeah. Let me before people in the audience out there think that I'm saying something that I'm not, because I'm very clear. I'm not vilifying anybody for who they like or the fact that they like celebrities. I'm speaking for myself. And everybody has has different standards of what they believe is a celebrity. For me, somebody that I look at as a celebrity is like Ryan White's mother. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because she has done so much for our community. She's done so much for the AIDS movement. She's done so much and impacted our world so much. These are people that to me are heroes. But once again, for me, a celebrity is somebody that positively impacts the world, and they don't have to be a rock star. They can just be a community leader, and I would say that's a celebrity for me. Got it.
So, Power, you need to read the Communist Manifesto because you're a Marxist.
I don't care what you call it. I said what I said.
So Ty.
Where I was coming from, but at the same time, you can respect somebody's talent and what they accomplished and what they achieved and what they bring to the world. You know what it is, celebrity?
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that without idolizing them as a celebrity. There's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I think that Beyonce is very talented. I live for her voice. I am just not somebody that is going to follow her around, idolize her, worship her. You know, I'm just there's a difference between respecting somebody's talent, appreciating their talent, and worshiping them. I'm not that bitch.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is about you, Power, that I respect is you love yourself. So a lot of people that worship these celebrities, they're insecure and they need to chat. They're pretty much idolizing them because they wish they can be them. But you actually value who you are as a person. So for you, since you're so real, it doesn't matter what your status is. Okay, well, good. That's good that you achieved the status. I'm gonna do me. Stay over there, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. So we've hit the time mark on this. So your final thoughts on people rolling their eyes?
Yeah. So I like Power's last comment because I kind of have the same opinion of Meryl Streep. Like, I don't really like her, but I know she's wicked talented. So like, there's that balance in there that I think we have to find. But when I tell you that Bruno Mars has no talent, I really do mean it.
Lies.
And I'm always right.
Lies.
Ty is always right.
Lies.
All right, let's give a round of applause for topic number 1. Long live Ty Hauser. Okay. Nah.
Yes.
Or you can do Ariana version. Thank you. Nah. All right, so we're gonna keep this as in my Power Infinity voice. Let's keep the show on the road. Okay. We're going to move on with our next segment. It's going to provide a few laughs, even some good side commentary. If it's happening in the news, if it's hot off the press and being out is the new in, it's time for our out happening headlines. All right, so here is today's breaking news story. Progressive College professor Dr. Ty Hauser has made the announcement that in addition to his teachings for extended periods of time at international colleges in China, India, Spain, and Bolivia, he has decided to branch out and start teaching in ancient Rome. How exciting. What? The kick is this will be his first class have nothing to do or dealing with English, but he will be teaching a brand new type of class geared towards LGBTQ international students, a first of its kind. But what is the subject and the name of this new course that he will be teaching abroad? Well, you get to tell us. So today's tout headline is Professor Dr. Ty Hauser announces he will begin his teaching in ancient Rome with the first class of its kind geared towards LGBTQ international students. The name of his new course is called blank. All right, I'll give you guys a few seconds. When you're done, just raise your hand and we'll go through your answers. You can be as crass, as cutesy, as whatever you want. Ty's going to give his answer, and he's going to choose a winner from one of you guys to be his teaching assistant and take you to Rome with him. So I know you guys are all excited.
I get a TA?
You get a TA.
Excellent.
Oh.
You get a TA.
I like graduate students almost as much as I like undergraduate students.
A TA, a TB, a TC. It's not like HB, HA, all like this stuff. All right, everybody done? Everyone got their answers?
So is it the ancient Rome?
Yeah.
LGBTQ ancient Rome. Okay.
All right, who wants to kick it off? Who thinks they got the best answer here? Who wants to start?
I got the best answer.
All right, so we'll get John out of the way.
Out of the way.
Let's do it.
Deep lit bedtime stories.
So this is course 69, deep lit bedtime stories. All right, now let's go to Dylan. What is the name of Ty's course that he'll be teaching LGBTQ students?
So I'm still writing it down, but here it is. So what I got right here is Hayden Roman Bruno Mars. Just to tag off what we were just discussing.
Hayden Roman Bruno Mars 609. All right. Perfect. Let's go to Miss Power. What you got for us?
What I have is simply when in Rome.
Oh, I love it.
Just to point,
609, course number 609.
just to point out, my boy Richard in the comments is saying, "Hey boy, I have some candy," or international chicken.
The
Hey, boy.
international Hauser house.
Hey boy, I have some candy. That sounds very rape banish.
Wow.
All right, Corey, what's the name of Hauser's class?
So I don't know. So I did Sparta Cocks and Concubines from 6 through 9.
And do I dare ask, what does the coursework look like in that class?
I don't know.
Well, the books are stone tablets, so.
Sounds like a hard class tie. JB, what would the name of his first class and course be in Rome?
Oh my god, I don't have a pen and paper or a fancy board or iPad or tablet. But I would say the course is how to love like a woman. Because I feel like there's always like, you always get those sense of like Roman times when they're like, oh, they used to have gay sex and all that stuff. So that always.
Wait, they did?
Oh, they did.
And this sounds like it's a participatory class. The professor will teach them actually how to do it.
Yes.
Right.
I will be asking for volunteers.
The final exam is difficult.
And he'll have scratch and sniff chicken stickers. So everyone smells like chicken. All right. Freddie, take it away. What's the name of this first course to LGBTQ from one teacher to another?
Well, I hope Dr. Tai has the option of offering these two courses. The first one, going with the Roman theme, Dr. Caligula's Boys in the Bathhouse.
Yes.
Very, 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 very important. And if that doesn't work, for those of them that are born in engineering, I was just like, suck my aqueduct.
Now, Freddie, can you elaborate what the main assignment exam may look like for that?
Sure. You have to form the best Roman column you possibly can, and that could involve being a boy slave or taking a Roman dictator's fist up your ass.
Is that the participatory? How do you? I forgot the term of that, but
it's called hands-on learning. Hands-on learning.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a better name, hands-on.
No, definitely no virtual. Definitely no virtual. So, Ty, why don't you share what you would call your own course?
Well, so there's one thing you need to know before I answer that question, and that is I already have developed and occasionally teach a course called Purple Mountain's Majesty, Representations of LGBTQ America in Nature in Film. So, you know, that's out there. But if I were to travel to ancient Rome, I'm thinking boys will be boys leapfrogging through history.
Yes. Very good.
And are you the first frog or the last frog?
Oh, I'm the frog that matters.
You're the prince. You're the prince. So, you got to pick a winner. Who do you want as your TA for your course, Tom?
This is the problem. Corey had it up until Freddie's second aqueduct. Like the aqueduct got me.
You can have two TAs. You can have one on the weekend and then one during the week. So.
Oh, I like that for me. I like that very much for me.
So who do you want for the week and who do you want for the weekend?
Well, I'll decide later.
So our runner-up sounds like it's Corey.
Spartacus and Concubines from 6 to 9.
Spartacus, 300 all the way. And Freddie, you got a double course, a DC, not a DP, but a DC.
Suck my aqueduct.
Oh my God. All right, let's give a round of applause for our happening out headlines. And by the way, it's an all-paid expense trip, courtesy of Dr. Ty Hauser. So thank you so much.
And my Biden stimulus check.
Yes.
I paid for one trip.
Now pay to get you across the street.
Exactly, across the street. All right, so let's keep this train moving. It is time for our LGBTQ community members to have a say in the conversation with us tonight as they submit their videos to ask our next segment, which is our Alive question of the day. So I've done pretty good for myself with these questions that I've provided our host. Every week we'll have a surprise question, surprisingly submitted and directed towards our lead host to answer. That person who submitted that video question will then appear as a special guest host, hopefully, to be invited and participate in a future episode of this week's Gay Town Hall. So this week's Alive question of the day video comes from a very special guest chosen just for Dr. Ty. Now he already knows it's not young Robert, so don't get too sad. But I think you'll enjoy this question. You know, somebody who's smart, somebody who looks good, somebody who also loves books. So
I asked my own question?
It could very well be. So let's find out who is our questionnaire of the day.
Hi, my name is Julio Capo Jr., and I'm an associate professor of history and the deputy director of the Wilsonian Public Humanities Lab at Florida International University. And my question today is for Professor Ty Hauser. Like so many others, I'm thinking a lot about where we find ourselves today. Now, a year into the global coronavirus pandemic, thinking about all the changes that came along with it. Changes to our everyday lives, the way we socialize, ideas of family, and so many other kind of key questions about what it means to be a worker, to be an essential worker, to have access to healthcare. Questions that have always existed, but in some ways were just, more visible and much more exposed, perhaps, right, with the coming of the pandemic. Especially now as we think about access to the vaccine for some, and not all, as we kind of move towards vaccinating everybody. My question then for you today is how we might learn from the past and no doubt our present efforts with other diseases and other pandemics, right? As I think a lot about the lessons learned and still learning from HIV/AIDS, for example. What are the kind of parallels, some of the differences in history and in our present? Of course, HIV/AIDS is not history. That we can best move forward as a community thinking about the ways that we have navigated these kind of large questions in the past. Thank you.
Well,
You always get the intellectual long questions, Ty.
you did the right one. Julio, I bought your book, by the way. I have it on my coffee table. I'll read it soon, I promise.
There we go. It's sitting on the shelf behind you.
Yes, it's right there. So there's a lot to unpack in that. Like, there is a lot to unpack in there. I would first of all start with the idea that we should have learned a lot of lessons by now that we haven't learned. We had the Spanish flu pandemic at the beginning of the last century, and somehow we had forgotten everything that we learned there when this pandemic hit. AIDS is a much different beast, and it has a much different history, but it gets to the core, I think, of what the question is asking, because it has to do with access and privilege. And so I think what we've totally screwed up before the current administration, we totally screwed up access and truth. And by truth, I mean the belief that we have people who are smart enough to help us through this. What we have not learned, however, is that the minority communities and the persons of color and the essentially poor, because ultimately I would argue that the problem, I've said this before, and I don't want it to sound as bad as it might sound, because it's not what you think it is, but racism is a problem. It's a very, very big problem. Compounded with classism, we have experienced and we have put something out there in the universe that I don't know we can solve. So racism is a problem. Add class to that, and we get a hugely different problem. And that's what we haven't figured out. So the lesson that I think we need to learn is that it's important for us to take care of the most vulnerable in society first. It's important for us to make sure that those who can't have what they need, those who can't live a respectable, self-respecting life, that we help them have that. And I think from this pandemic, we've realized that we don't need to necessarily all come together in an office building to get our work done. We don't need to all do what we've always done. We can rethink our future, rethink our reality, and reimagine something that's better and greater than where we are right now. And I think I'm done talking.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I think I am.
All right, so Ty, you happy? You got Julio. I believe you were there for his interview when he was on.
Yeah, no, I was, and I told you that I thought he was cute, and now you just set me up.
I love Julio.
Well, but he's married, right? Or he's got a boyfriend?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
he has a boyfriend.
He's got a boyfriend, Wilton Manor.
All the good ones do. That's why I'm single.
He may be out at the bar having a drink to celebrate your birthday. You never know this weekend, Ty. So let's give a huge round of applause for Dr. Julio, one doctor professor to another, the historians to the English professor. And we encourage and we hope that Julio can join us on a future episode of Gay Town Hall. So
yes.
Should invited him out tonight.
Good question. Now we are going to move on with our program to our next segment, our second topic of the night. The category is business and political, and I'm calling this The Betrayal of Caesar and the LGBTQ Community. And Ty, take us through our second topic of the night.
Yeah, so again, March 15th, Julius Caesar stabbed in the back by his best friend. Shakespeare wrote it as Et tu, Brute, and you, Brutus, but he never actually said that. What was recorded in history is something more like and you, my son, or and you, my brother. But okay, we'll give Shakespeare the nod on that. But he was, in fact, stabbed by his best friend and loyal companion. Politically, the LGBTQ community has been metaphorically stabbed in the back. And here I'm thinking about log cabin Republicans, I'm thinking about Richard Grinnell, I'm thinking about the hashtag walk away people. As a community, do we forgive and forget? Is there a place for these people next to us? And I'm saying these people because I feel like they've stabbed us in the back. Maybe they haven't. Maybe your opinion is that they're doing the right thing, and that's fine. That's the discussion. But can we, should we, do we work to heal this fracture? And what will it take for us to forgive each other and move forward?
Okay, so I don't know the politics around the walkway campaign. I follow the group on Facebook, and it just seemed to be people leaving the Democratic Party to go to the Republican Party. But I was never really that deep into it to see what the problem was with it. Can you like elaborate more?
Oh, on walkaway? Well, essentially, Brandon Strzok's whole position was that
and you were part of that debate that
the Democrats have essentially abandoned the LGBTQ community, and we should become Republicans because the Republicans are actually embracing us. That was his whole.
Okay, so the thing is, whenever somebody votes Republican, it's not necessarily against the LGBT community. It's based on economics, just because historically the Democratic Party believes that sorry, lost my train of thought, but yeah, historically the Democratic Party believes in big government, and they believe that the government will solve all the problems. And in return, when you believe in big government, you create more legislation, you create more bureaucracy, which create more higher taxes. It creates now, so for example, if I start a business, so now that there's so many bureaucracy, I'm paying a fee for this, I'm paying a fee for this. If I don't do it something this way, now I gotta shut down my business, lose money, and then I got to like be in compliance, and then I can reopen. And it just, all the fees and the costs add up from the government, which is why the Republican Party is attracted, because at least they believe in small government. But at the same time saying that, I think you're conflating the small government economic reasons why people go to the Republican Party to the overstepping of the religious zealots of that party. And I think that's what you're doing. But people don't leave to go against gay people. People vote Republican because they want a lower government, and they want lower taxes, and they're doing it based off of their bottom line, and that's all it is.
So they make selfish votes.
I mean, we have to be selfish. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to sacrifice myself if I'm starting a business, or I'm supposed to create that.
Do you love your community? Do you love your family? Do you love the people around you? Do you love this country? Why wouldn't you want to sacrifice for that?
I love myself. The thing is, it's easier for me to fight the religious zealots of the Republican Party. Before the show, we're talking about the Bible. We're talking about the bastardization of the Bible. How these religious zealots are actually the false prophets that Jesus that Jesus talked about. They're the people that stoned Jesus and killed Jesus, and they're the ones who are bastardizing and weaponizing his teachings. So it's easier for me to fight them than to fight people that believe in bigger government. Both parties are evil at the end of the day, but I would rather pay low taxes and protect my bottom line and fight those assholes than have to pay higher taxes. Because remember, at the end of the day, it's all about economics.
I would say that, you know, if you had taken Trump out of the equation, if you took Trump out of the equation, then to answer your question, should we, you know, do we forgive and forget? My answer would be yes. Is there a place for them next to us? I would say yes. Should we work to heal this fracture? I would say yes. But when you put Trump into the equation, and I believe we had a whole debate over this. Actually, the first debate was me and Al. Y'all know what I say.
Division versus unity.
I stick with what I say, bitch, and I'll say it again. When it comes to Trump in the equation, I ain't ready to have no motherfucking kumbaya. Because Trump, when you put him in the equation, it's no longer a matter of politics. Politics, having a debate and a discourse, a civil discourse over politics, I am so ready to do. I am so ready to have. I'm all for it. And I'm all for it respectfully, if that's the debate that we're having. But what I'm not going to debate, I'm not going to debate principles. I'm not going to debate my moral compass. I'm not going to debate ethics. I'm not going to debate humanity. Those are things that we, as in my life, there are basic fundamental principles of humanity, of morals, of ethics that everybody should agree to. The fact that we should all say no to racism is not something that I'm going to have a debate with you on. If you do not agree that my life is as equal or has equal value to yours, we can't come together. We cannot. There's no healing that fracture. You know what I'm saying? If you believe that the LGBT community is not as important as everybody else and our rights are not as important as everybody else, then there's no healing that. I'm not here to have a kumbaya with you over that. So if we can get past that, then we can have a healing all we want. But when those fundamentals are not agreed upon, there is no healing as far as I'm concerned.
And I would
sorry, go ahead.
I would take that one step further, because I believe that, you know, even regardless with Trump in the equation or not, and just to clarify, I actually think, because we did an in-depth interview with Brian, it's not so much that he thinks the Democratic Party is walking away or not supporting LGBT issues as much as the Republican Party is. It's the fact that he feels that the Democratic Party inflates issues and turns things around that aren't true. Like, for instance,
that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, he believes that basically that incident that happened with Trump, where he mocked a journalist for his stuttering, was not a true, accurate portrayal of what Trump did. So he feels that the Democrats inflated that issue, which wasn't inherently true. And yes, both sides do inflate issues, and they do use certain aspects to kind of bring people into their world and their understanding, because we do salacialize stuff, and that's just the way of the world. Like, yes, do we want that? Not necessarily, but does it happen? Of course, because you want to attract people to your platform, your ideology, and so on and so forth. But in regards to what Dale said and Corey said, I feel like it's one step further. I don't think it's just Trump. Like, if you will pick economics over your own people and side with people that don't care about your people, then you're morally corrupt to me. Point blank and period. It has nothing to do with Trump. The Republican Party has a fraction within their party that don't believe that gay people should have certain rights. And even though you might even meet a Republican person who respects, or on the surface respects gay people, but will vote against your marriage right, will not believe that you should have certain rights that are equal to them. And that's morally corrupt to me. Like, if you're willing to side with that because your IRA is going to be higher, then I'm sorry, you're morally corrupt, because if money rules your decision, rather than people's feelings, humanity and.
But why can't it be? Why can't it? So can I push back? I'm sorry, but why can't it be both? Because you know what, money does rule my decision. Money rules all our decision. We talk about racism. We talk about, to me, racism is a distraction. Because at the end of the day, it's economics. We need to start talk about policies and how policies affect our bottom line. Because, for example, with the whole racist situation, there is a whole conversation about Black people haven't voted for the Democratic Party for 60 years, and they're still in the same place. When Black people were voting for Republicans, at least they had their own. When Black people were being segregated, at least they had their own. So for me, it's like you have to look. A racist is a hater. It's an ignorant person. Like, I mean, stay over there. If you're a racist, stay over there. Just do not come after me about my bottom line. I honestly, a racist does not affect my life personally.
Well, look, everybody.
At the end of the day, it's about your bottom line. And
hold on. We as Black people are not a monolith. So
thank you.
If Corey believes that racism is not really something that impacts his life, that's his experience, and I respect that. I will respectfully disagree because I think that for most Black people, it's different. Racism does affect our life, and to say, well, at least when Black people voted for Republicans and there was segregation, at least we had our own. We had our own, but we was living in dirt and poverty and being lynched. So having our own did not do anything. It was counterproductive to us as a community.
So let
me bring in real quick. If we just have like another minute or two, I think Freddie wanted to say something real quick.
I wanted to take a back stab at this, if you don't mind.
Oh, nice one.
Thank you. I think we all agree that it's important that we stand up for the LGBT community, and I don't agree with the log cabin Republicans and all these freaks. But one of the panelists said, that we vote because we're selfish, and I think that's a good statement, actually. We all vote on what we think is important to us, right? For some people, it's money. For some people, it's regulation. For some people, it's abortion. For us, it's human rights. But the reality is that what's happened, and I'm sure Dr. Tao will agree, is that many gay people they feel that it's normalized now. They feel everything's fine. And so what's happened is we're becoming a bigger tent. I hate that term, but we're becoming a bigger tent. And when we become more normalized, we're going to have different factions, whether we like it or not. You see this in the Black community too. There's many Blacks that are very hardcore Republican. You see this in Christian groups. And unfortunately, I think it's something that we're going to have to live with in the future. Do I think they're wrong? Yes. Stab.
So I'll wrap this up. I'll wrap this up. Unless
Dylan or John have a quick, less than 10-word response.
I was going to say.
Go ahead, Dylan.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. I feel like Trump was just a symptom of a pre-existing, everyone's kind of having qualms with each other, and that's kind of causing the issues that are blowing up to the point where they are now. Yeah. And it's a question of, do we want to move forward? Do we want to unite and try working past those issues? Or is it something that, because this happened, there's no, we've burned the bridge. And I feel as though we're in a point in history where it's just Donald Trump is no longer president. He's no longer a symptom of a problem. It's a time that we can actually band together. And I don't think we should have politics absolutely divide us constantly and just try to come to a middle ground.
All right, final remarks from John.
I would say the making it sound like a betrayal is correct. The gays that went for the Republicans did betray the gay movement. But politics makes strange bedfellows. We'd probably work with them again if they came back to our side and were pushing for something that we wanted. But we will never trust them again because they have betrayed us. So you work with people, but you just wouldn't trust them.
I voted Republican, so you don't have to trust me. Thank you.
So I know that I'll say that I totally understand why 50% of the country or 48% of the country voted for Trump. I understand it. I think the man is deplorable. I don't think there's any redeeming quality there, but I understand how they are so frustrated with the system that we have created.
With the status quo.
Trump is not the answer to that, but they thought he was. And I want to stop talking about him because he's not worth our effort. But what is worth our effort, I think, is to sit down with our LGBTQ plus community and have those hard conversations. Those conversations that lead to, hey, WTF, you voted for that.
Prick.
Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
Why and how do we now move forward? How do we now agree that we have our best interest in mind, even though we want to get there in a different way?
All right. That was a very hot LGBTQ topic. Round of applause for topic 2. Remember, if you guys want to keep the conversation going, you guys can keep leaving comments, talk to your people on social media.
That's what that one was.
We ain't making fun of it. We're not making mayonnaise. We turn
the pot with that one.
Stir the pot with that one. All right, but healthy dialogue, healthy conversation. All right, so now let's have a little bit more fun with our next segment. In honor of the ever beautiful Amber, who likes the Big D. Big D.
Hey, Amber girl, I miss you.
Where's she at?
There's D in the word birthday, so Ty, it could happen.
Please.
He's like, please. All right, well, our next segment is our Gay Mortal Kombat battle of size versus matter, fact versus fake news, lead host versus host. This is a one-on-one discussion or debate, but in the end, they both need to make a decision and explain why. Prepare to clear out the virtual room for our next segment called The Big D. All right, so all of our hosts, we're going to keep this trend going of the way we've done it the last few weeks, is going to clear out the room. They're going to get up to 5 minutes to discuss and or debate a specific category, but ultimately must make a decision on their answer choices together and explain why. So afterwards, I'm going to bring Dr. Ty back in to see if you guys made the right decisions, who is the weakest link, and who may or may not be receiving an invitation to his birthday party this weekend. So, all right, host, say goodbye to Ty. We're going to take him out of the room. He's going to be backstage, and we're going to see how well you guys know Ty Hauser for his birthday. All right. Take notes, Ty. Take notes. All right, so... John, you got a piece of paper? Can you be our note taker for your final answers for the team?
All right.
All right. So today, Ty is going to be backstage. And Ty, make sure you have a complimentary drink provided by yourself in the backstage lounge. Today's Big D is about Caesar's Palace. You're all going to Caesar's Palace for Ty's birthday. And the category is... what happens to Ty's birthday in Vegas? Does it stay in Vegas? You guys are going to have to decide which option Ty would do, and then we're going to come back and see if you guys got it right. If you guys get it right, you get to stay for the party. If you don't, you're getting off the guest list. All right, so let's go ahead and share our screen, and let's see how well you all know Ty. You guys know Ty, you think, real well?
My face is greasy like bacon grease.
That's delicious.
Let me get Lighten in production on that. Yo, Power needs something. All right, let's get this going. All right, can you guys see? All right, you guys can see it?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and get the Big D started. So remember, you have to choose option 1 or option 2. Welcome to Caesar's Palace. What happens for Ty's birthday in Vegas? Does it stay in Vegas? What would Ty choose? Who's been to Caesar's Palace before, by the way?
I have.
All right, so Power knows this like, all around. All right, Caesar's Palace excursion number 1. Would Ty do a day at the pool or a night at the club?
Night at the club, clearly.
Yes, a night at the club.
Which is gonna have which
I'd say both.
I was gonna say a day at the pool.
Which one's gonna have the best drink specials?
Yeah, a day at the pool.
Night at the club.
Yeah.
Power knows.
I'd say day at the pool.
I see Ty as a day at the pool versus a night at the club person myself, but
So we're gonna go with day at the pool then.
We get to act as wild and he was talking about being on the drug for his whole birthday.
All right, so final answer?
Oh, boy.
I think we had more day at the pools. You want to vote?
I mean, the club looks like a circuit party, and I just don't. As a circuit diva, I've never seen Ty on any dance floor at a circuit party.
You don't see him in the picture? His shirt's off. He's right there by the bar.
I've seen him at a circuit party, and that looks very circuit party.
I don't think he's into getting a tan. I think he's into drinking and nightlife.
Damn, Ty, you causing all this rift. All right, so while you guys figure it out. Excursion number 2. Is he buying a ticket to see Thunder Down Under or a ticket to go see Cirque du Soleil?
Thunder Down
Under.
Thunder Down Under.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Thunder Down Under.
There will be a quiz at the end of this show.
Honestly, I was going to go Cirque du Soleil.
I think I'm just going to write down my answer, so when he comes and says I was wrong,
I was like, I'm sticking on with my list.
Power's too good for us.
Ty's backstage laughing. Power's in the VIP. The rest of you general admission. So. All right, what do you guys think? Thunder Down Under?
It sounded like we came to Thunder Down Under for most votes.
Yeah.
I say Cirque du Soleil, but yeah, or whatever.
Okay.
All right. We got the VIP list and the general admission. All right, excursion number 3. Is he going to the all-you-can-eat buffet for $39.99, or he going to that fancy $100 sit-down dinner?
Fancy.
See, treat yourself, and that definitely comes with fancy sit-down dinner.
Now, is Ty paying for his dinner, or is the date paying for the dinner?
Date.
Fancy sit-down dinner.
Now, it depends on who's the date. If we talking young chicken, can they afford that fancy sit-down dinner?
If it's me, it's going to be at the buffet.
Good to know.
What do you guys think? Ty doing that $39 all-you-can-eat buffet, a $100 sit-down meal?
He's doing a surf and turf.
I think the fancy dinner, just because if you're on vacation, you're going to treat yourself. You can get a buffet anywhere.
Right, but at the same
nice
time,
to get steak.
Wow.
If he's bougie enough to get a sit-down dinner, but he wouldn't go to Cirque du Soleil. Okay.
No, he's Cirque du Soleil.
All right, so Power, you put your final answer for VIP, and John, you hold down the general admission for it.
No, I got fancy as the number 3.
All right, so you put fancy, all right, and you put buffet on Power.
Yeah,
I'm going with whatever everybody else is going. I'm just putting down my answers just in case.
All right, excursion number 4. Is he going to be sitting and betting at the blackjack table, or are you going to sit on the slot machine all night?
Blackjack.
I feel like it's blackjack too.
I was going to say slot machine.
Does he want a game that he has to think, or does he want a game where it's push the button, push the button, push the button?
I don't know. He's kind of like a Renaissance man. Like he likes the classier things in life. He's a philosopher.
Wants the socialization of blackjack.
Yeah.
All right, so final answer?
Oh, well.
We'll do blackjack.
Blackjack. All right, and our final excursion. Oh, now this cute young stud of a muffin. The real question is, does this boy go to Ty's room, or does Ty go to his room?
Oh, Ty goes to his room. Wait, is the boy? What's going on?
I say the boy goes to his room.
So
Is he travel? Is that the question?
Ty meets his boy on his vacation. Is he inviting the boy back to his room, or he's going to his room?
Is he hosting or traveling? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
No. While he's in Vegas at Caesar's Palace.
So
Ty is gonna be bougie and have a nice room, so he's gonna want to impress the boy. So he's gonna want to invite the boy back to his room. So take this picture here and put it in that picture there, and that's what Ty's gonna do.
Yep. I agree with Power.
And I think he wants to be able to kick him out of the room when he's done.
Now, how does Ty know if he's got the bougier, bigger, or better room?
He doesn't. He's always right. So in his mind, he says he is, but that's how it is.
He's a doctor. He can afford it. He
Go
can
to Ty's room, I think. Yeah.
Ty's having a good laugh. All right, we got our final answers. All right, let's bring Ty back in. Ooh, Ty, they think they know you, child.
Oh, bitches, please.
Let's see if Power's the only one invited to your party or if there's anybody else that's joining. So, all right, Caesar's Palace. What would Ty choose? All right, so the group, well, okay. Power, what was your answer? He going to the pool or he going to the club?
I thought he'd spend a day at the pool.
Okay, you say pool. John, what are the rest of the team?
I thought I heard enough night at the club, but I don't know. We needed to take a vote, actually.
I voted for day at the pool.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, so I'll just put you all at ease. It's a day at the pool.
Yeah, I'm very much day at the pool.
If I'm at a bar, it needs to be like quiet and lonely.
Okay, I'm back.
But if I'm having a good time, I'm at the pool.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I look at that nice pool with all those boys in those Speedos.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I prefer that too.
Is he going to the Thunder Down Under? He buying a ticket to Cirque du Soleil? Power,
Cirque du
what's for
Soleil.
you?
I said Cirque du Soleil.
Thunder Down Under.
All right, we have some disagreement. Who's right?
Yeah, so we're going to Cirque du Soleil. I hate strippers.
Wow.
And yet you live in Wilton.
Power is voting 100%
Yeah, he likes the
right
Eagle.
now.
Well, I guess we're not strippers.
They're not strippers at the Eagle.
They're not.
They're just available.
But you got Johnson. You got Johnson's.
No, I hate strippers. I don't like to go to strip clubs.
I honestly go to strip clubs to land older men. I'm not
All right, so Power's going to the show. Who's not going to the show? Who's not going to your party, Ty? Who are you kicking out?
Obviously me.
No one's kicked out yet.
No, not yet, because they messed it up. All right. We'll play fair.
That's right.
All right. Is he going to that all-you-can-eat buffet for $39.99? He going to that $100 sit-down dinner?
Fancy sit-down dinner.
Fancy sit-down dinner for sure.
Sit-down dinner.
Yeah, obviously that's the right choice. I can't even eat at a potluck, so there's no way I'm doing buffet. Anything.
Power was going to treat you to the buffet.
Well, I know what Power's buffet looks like, and I'm ready to eat.
See, quality over quantity.
All you can eat.
I mean, the buffet is 24/7, all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Let's get
Yeah, but they don't put any seasoning in their food.
bougie.
I want to see what the next one is.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
we got
thinking
Blackjack
Ty's a
and slot
bougie
machine.
bitch at this point.
Power, what say you? John, what say you?
Oh, I didn't have. I don't know any of.
I
these
thought he
things.
wanted the
I
socialization
say
of blackjack.
Blackjack.
So team says Blackjack. What says you, Ty?
You know what, guys? I really, really want to be smart enough to play blackjack, but I'm not. So I'm a
my
slot
God.
machine guy.
Good God.
I just can't do
You
it.
a slot.
it
I have been
doesn't make sense to
100%
me.
wrong this entire time.
You do not know Ty. You are the weakest.
Dr.
one.
Ty,
I
it's
do
not,
not.
It's not slut machine. It's slot.
Oh shit!
Listen,
Can
my
I still
God.
just keep inserting until it comes out?
All
the
right,
other end?
now
Yes.
the big question of the night. This young lad, he met him at the lobby. Is he bringing him back to his room or Ty going to his?
Ty
Ty, he's going to Ty's room.
He goes to your room.
Okay,
Ty.
bitches, it doesn't matter because if Vadim Black comes to my room or I go to his, I don't care. The answer is it's happening.
It's happening now.
If it's happening in
happening
Caesar's
now.
Palace, it is happening now.
Shameless plug. It's happening out.
mhm.
Now, Ty, is this? Did you choose this man in particular? You want to give us a little background on him?
I appreciate his artistic work.
Mhm.
I find him to be very entertaining, especially in his earlier days.
And if we wanted to find his entertaining work, where could we find it?
I usually just go to PornMD and put his name in.
Ooh, what's his name?
So you can put it in the chat, and everyone can follow him and send him a DM.
That's funny. That's
All
That's
right.
Vadim Black.
All right, well, everyone, thanks for playing the Big D. So I guess John Holt really doesn't know Ty Hauser. How does that make you feel, Ty?
That's
Good.
I'm surprised that Power knows me better.
Power knows you. Power's getting VIP to everything.
I was 4 out of 5.
We got 4 out of 5. We got 5 out of 5. All right,
I
and
got
some of them
4
are
out of 5.
new.
Corey, you have a
That
bit
was
of an upper
3.
hand.
Yeah, and
That
some of
was
them
about
are new, so we give them that credit. All right, so that was fun. We came to.
You're all welcome. You're all coming with me.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
They're coming in. They're coming. All right, so we're at our final topic of the night. This is our roundtable discussion topic. So each of you is going to get 1 and just 1 minute to talk before I ring the bell and we move on. So our final topic of the night is our personal story experience, and it is to gift or not to gift a Caesar salad. Is that the question? And with that, Ty, I heard you like a tossed salad. Why don't you take us through this final topic?
I do like to toss a salad from time to time, but I will say that throughout Shakespeare's play, the soothsayer offers an omen, which is beware the Ides of March. If you follow me on social media, I've basically posted it every day. In high school, I got bonus points for knowing what that meant before we actually read Julius Caesar. Obviously, it's my birthday. I'm a dork. Throughout my life, I've been blessed with good friends. I've been given really great presents. I was given a car one year by my family, and I've been given some really crappy presents. I got bed sheets when I turned 16, which was not really what you want when you're 16. But gift giving is a cultural performance that dates back to the ancient Greeks. There's a reason why we say you should never show up empty-handed, even if you grab a cheap bottle of wine and take it to your friend's house like I did this weekend. So, what are some of your best and worst gifts, and what made them special or tragic?
How cheap was the cheap bottle?
I only have good wine, first of all. But I did grab it and take it with me to my friend's house. But I will say, and as a qualifier, just in case, and I hope my mother never watches any of this, but just in case she does stumble upon it, the sheets were not her fault. It was like 1993, and we had like the biggest blizzard in 100 years, and the schools and everything was closed for, I'm going to say, 3 weeks. So she physically could not leave the house to go buy me anything. So she ordered sheets from online. Well, it wouldn't have been online at the time. It must have been a catalog.
Oh, Lord. Home shopping, QVC, catalogs. All right. So we are here for our third topic. This is our roundtable discussion. So everybody's going to get just 1 minute. So let's talk about gifts. What are some of the best and worst gifts you have received or maybe you have given? So let's go around the room and let's start with Dylan. You got your 1 minute on the clock. Ready and go.
All right. So, I mean, in terms of like tangible gifts, probably the worst gift that I've ever received is a knife set from my grandfather one year, because I had been working on some sort of project, just to like do some wood carpentry, and like I was like shaving wood off something, and I was like, wow, you really don't know me at all. This is just something in a passing fancy. But in reality, I don't feel like I've ever really gotten a bad gift, because regardless of what you get from someone, whether it be a life lesson or it's something that you physically receive, it can be a learning experience. And I think that probably the best gift that I've ever gotten is the gift of foresight and friendship. And that's really been tested during this pandemic. I've lost lifetime friends. I've lost people that I thought I would never lose, based on political identity politics, based on personal beliefs. And it's been very illuminating. It's shown me who's really been there for me and who's staying by my side. And it sucks to lose those, but it's a life lesson. And those lessons, if you choose to learn from it, can do great things for you. And at the end of the day, if you can learn from something and sublimate it to something better and take that negative energy and try to transform it into something positive, whether it be like a positive lesson you learn for yourself, or something else, that's what really matters. So gifts can come in so many different shapes and sizes, or just like not even tangibly. They can really have a profound effect on how you approach things. And that's what I appreciate.
You know, Dylan, you said something very profound there, and I do want to comment on it. And if you ever want to play with wood again, just let me know. It comes in all different shapes and sizes. And
Ty was the top student in his wood carving class. Back in school.
Yes.
All right, JB, talk to us about gifts and gift giving.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. For me, it's I'd rather someone not give me a gift, because I'm very extravagant. I like the pomp and circumstance, and I'm a materialistic person, and I'm not afraid to say that. So if you're not giving me something elaborate, then don't give me anything at all, or spend time with me, your experience. I think going with what they just said was really like the experiential aspect is something good for me, because if you give me something that I don't want, you just ruined it for me. So that's a big deal for me. And a lot of times people can't meet that bar of what I expect to get. So having those experiences really makes up for that, spending the time with me and things of that nature. I can't really hone in or say what gift is like the best gift that I've had. You know, I've had such good experience with people that I love and care for, and I have a very small niche of friends. Like I can count on one hand how many close friends that I really have that are near and dear to me. So just having those experiences means something to me rather than actually a gift. Now, if you are able to meet my bar and my materialistic aspect of life, then that's good. And one of the things is that my wife one year gave me like Tiffany shot glasses. I don't really drink much, but I love Tiffany. So that was very kind and thoughtful.
So what JB is trying to say is, if you can't get the right gift, cash, check, credit, all welcome.
Slide the ATM in.
You get an ATM number. All right, let's move on to Freddie. Talk to us about gifts and gift giving.
Well, I would say for me, gift giving is about, it seems to me the best gifts I've ever got have come from the people that I care about. And I say the best gift I've ever received, kind of personal, but you know, this show might help people. About 15 years ago, I fell into that party life. You know, I moved to South Beach and I did things that I'd never done before, illegal things.
Mm-hmm.
Started doing drugs, and I fell into depression and I didn't know it. You know, here I am, the golden child of my family, and I had become a different person and really risked my life on the line and secluded myself in my parents' house. And one day, Mom, who is a very quiet person, walked into my room and she gave me a gift. And the gift she gave me was to be a therapist. And that changed my life. So the greatest gift I ever got was from my mom, who had the courage to confront me, pull me aside, and get me help. And it changed who I am. So it sounds sappy, but that's the greatest gift I've ever got.
No, that's beautiful.
Well said. Well said. All right, Power, talk to us about gifts.
Well, quickly, the worst gift I ever got, and I bless my mom's heart, but she one time got me a green robe, which I've never forgotten, because underneath the Christmas tree was this big, beautiful wrapped box that I thought was going to be a transformer or some type of toy or something like that. And when I opened it, it was a green robe. So that was disappointing. And I keep bringing that up to her, and she keeps saying, I can't hear this story anymore. But, as far as gifts now, I've come to a point where I've changed my thoughts and my opinions on what gifts are. And to me, gifts are blessings. And, I also have hit rock bottom going down the road of drugs and been stuck in jail. And my gift was praying to God and getting another chance. I was picked up by ICE because of that jail arrest. And I was detained, and I was getting ready to be sent to Chrome Detention Center. And I prayed to God, and he opened up that jail door, and in walked an ICE agent, and he did something that they never do, and they released me on my own recognizance. I went before the United States government, and they gave me a path to citizenship and removed my deportation proceedings. And now I'm a citizen. All these are gifts. All these are blessings. So these are the greatest gifts that I've had in my life. The support and love of family, and a God who's stayed by my side. And now I'm here, and I'm strong, and I'm standing to tell the story that I don't take these gifts for granted.
All right. Well said. Thank you, Power. All right, Corey, you're up. Talk to us about best gifts, worst gifts. You're on mute. Are you the gift?
I am the gift. But anyway, so it's so funny. So as a child, the worst gift you ever get is clothes or a card, especially a card with no money. But like as an adult, I actually appreciate like getting clothes. Like honestly, the best gift you can get me as an adult is something I do not have to buy. Pay a bill, buy me a shirt, whatever. I love you. Buy me some socks, some underwear. I will love you forever. But I don't know. But the thoughtful gifts actually speak more to me a lot now because the greatest gift I've ever gotten, and I gave myself was the truth. So because being gay, being black, being Jamaican. I had to pretty much be a pathological liar for 27 years of my life. And it got to a point where I'm just like, I can't live this way. Why am I lying? Like, if they don't like me, they don't like me. So me seeking the truth has brought me on a road to where I learn to love myself. I accept the truth. I'm extremely truthful. I rarely lie unless I'm talking to my mother because she just can't handle the truth. But anyway, so last week, so I'm getting ready to read the Bible from cover to cover, and so last week, through a philosophical lens, not a religious lens, because I want to understand why this book has been used to demonize and oppress people. And my neighbor actually did the same thing. So last week he went out and bought me a Bible, and he read this verse to me, which I thought was amazing because it says. It's 1 Corinthians 13 and the verse is 11. So when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave him childish ways. So that kind of goes with what I just said. But yeah. So like when I was younger, I did childish things. I reasoned like a child. But as I am growing into myself as a person, I've given up childish ways, and I'm really like seeking the truth in life.
All right,
Micah 6:8. Micah 6:8.
Micah 6:8. I'm gonna write it down.
All right, our final one. Talk to us about gifts, John.
Okay, what everyone said has been so profound. It's been a really good conversation. For me, gift giving is always strange and stressful. Obviously, it's the thought that counts. So any kind of gift is some thought. I've always had trouble with materialistic gifts. I've never felt satisfied or that a gift was good. I'm much better if you give me your time or give of yourself, because then I feel like you're giving something that is meaningful. But if I have to pick the worst gift I ever got, is on my 40th birthday, someone gave me a ballpoint pen.
They were on point with that gift.
Yeah, and it was it was written on the side. It says John is 40. So yeah, that was pretty awful.
Do you still have that, John?
I still have that goddamn pen.
I like a good pen. Is it a good pen?
Huh?
Is it a good pen?
I don't think so. I don't think a ballpoint pen is a good pen, but I suppose this person spent a lot of money on it. But again, it's gifts for me are tough, and I think I'm hard to please with gifts, but it's because I don't want the material things, and people don't know me well enough to get me a material thing.
Well, we'll make sure anyone who gets you a gift moving forward, they run it by Ty first to get the seal of approval. So, Ty, final thoughts on this concept of gift giving?
Why? They don't know each other.
So I actually am very uncomfortable with gift giving as well. I tell my family and my friends all the time, I do not want presents. I do not want anything from you.
Not even a drink?
A house full of shit. Look, no, well, a drink is different. A drink is not a gift. A drink is a camaraderie kind of thing, right? I've got a house full of shit, obviously, because this is all mine. I don't need more stuff. So the idea of time, the idea of sharing a drink together, the idea of those are the things that I want to do. And that's it. Or frequent flyer miles. You can send me frequent flyer miles.
Or I'll send you a buddy pass.
All right.
Nice.
So we've come to the end of our show, but before we say good night, let's find out what won the Gay Town poll. And I could tell you right now, what was voted for is not what the actual item was. So you guys are going to be like, WTF? All right. So let's go ahead and fight. What do you guys think won?
The cancer.
Yeah, the liquor.
All right.
Mhm.
So let's.
That's what
I would say that the age-defying cream.
I did the throw blanket.
Well, not what you need, Power. What you should give.
Oh,
Clearly, I
here
don't
we
need it,
go.
sweetie.
Here we go.
Shade.
Shade. All right.
Yep.
Yes, liquor decanter.
45%. So,
do
if
I
your
win?
little brother has just come out or you just want to show some support to your gay bestie, then yes, you may be wondering, what do I get them? What is some thoughtful, cute gifts for gay men? People often get confused when it comes to picking gifts for gay men. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. We have lately asked, what gifts does my gay cousin like? What should I get my friend that's just come out? These items were picked after a lot of research, and yes, do not worry about the budget. So the overall best gift in tonight's poll was the liquor dispenser, followed by Maplewood sunglasses, the wooden phone docking station, and that's pretty much the top. What do you guys think? On point?
Yeah.
Well, when I'm docking, it has nothing to do with.
I
my
think
phone.
all those,
I knew you were going to go there, Ty.
I think all those gifts suck.
Pretty much.
I think the liquor dispenser is a great idea. However, a lot of people become emotional and absolutely ridiculous after a couple drinks. So it probably would end into a regret at the end of the night when you're blackout drunk and saying something horrible to one of your friends.
They should.
It
they
seems
should've-
that it seems that anything involving hard wood was very popular. So
I mean,
I see.
I like some of the gifts on there. I mean, I don't think everything needs to be like
how
a
about some
toy.
Andrew
The greatest gift is
Christian
magnesium.
underwear, for Christ's sakes?
Yeah.
Some Andrew Christian underwear.
I
Some
would. That's what I would have
leather.
gone with.
Exactly.
Some
Come on.
leather, some
I'm
lube,
surprised
some
I'm
good
Who
surprised
needs
that
a
none of that
fucking
stuff
docking
was-
station?
Yeah, I'm surprised that none of that stuff was on
A
that
sling?
list. You know,
All right,
a
so
whip.
there's actually two possible answers we could have. They split it by holiday and by birthday. So these are the top 5 for holiday. So advanced anti-aging routine,
There you go, Power.
the shaving kit for men, the liquor dispenser.
Really?
Okay.
Ooh. Like,
I mean,
it's cute.
these are what they consider only for holiday, not for birthday. A throw blanket.
I will say I got a weighted blanket for Christmas, and it is the best gift I've
Really?
ever
Oh,
gotten.
it is.
They're so good.
I want to get one of those.
So the number 1 for a holiday was the neck, shoulder, back massager with heat, which they are amazing, by the way. Now, if we're getting specific to birthday, the wooden phone docking station, which I do think is amazing.
I think it's cute.
I think it's.
Yep.
I think it's cute.
They should have had Lady Gaga tickets up there.
This I actually bought from my roommate. So I was actually surprised. The premium men's tie set, and he loves it. He wears it all the time for interviews and things.
Oh.
Number 3,
People with.
I've never heard of this. The anti-theft classic backpack.
That's what you need for a circuit party.
I mean,
Yep.
that's what you need for Southside of
Not even
Chicago.
not
If
even
it
a fanny
said-
pack.
If it said to me, I would have said yes. but it
Maplewood
didn't say to me.
sunglasses. And I know you guys are gonna gag. What was number 1?
The
For
wood.
holidays, for a gay button.
No.
Oh, the gay flag. Gay
And the
curtains.
picture,
The gay
the picture,
pride curtain.
and the picture doesn't show for whatever
Really?
reason.
Who voted on that? Straight people. Or,
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Gay
Exactly.
pride
Oh,
flag
geez.
was the number
Pretty
1
much.
gift. What do you guys think?
it's
Yeah.
late.
That's
so
an
tacky.
awful
like
list.
If it was like a gay flag that was framed, that's one thing. But the gay flag curtain, no.
Heck yeah.
I was like, you guys will not be pleased with that final answer.
It's like a
So-
straight man. It's like a straight man voted on that and said, "What would gay people like? I think I'll just take this."
Right.
A straight white woman voted for that.
No, it was a
So
straight
I
white
think
woman.
gay pride
It was a
was-
straight white woman that did that.
Fag,
Aaron was in charge.
fag hag poll. Fag hag poll.
Straight,
Yeah.
if it was a straight white man, it would be like dirty ass shit. It would be like dildos. It'll be lube.
Oh, God.
I agree.
That's
Well, so let's wrap this up and let's have a final good night from everyone. So let's go around the room and let's get a good night America from Freddie.
All right. It was a lot of fun. Vote for me, bitches.
Thanks, Freddie.
Great meeting you.
Round of applause for Freddie. Woo.
Yay, Freddie.
All right. A good night from Dylan.
It was awesome seeing everyone tonight. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you, everyone, for giving the gift of spending some time with us.
Yes.
All right. Round of applause for Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan.
Good night from JB.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for a great experience as my first time on here. And happy birthday again.
Right. Good night from its power.
Happy birthday, Ty. Shout out to one of our co-hosts on It's Happening Out, Faye What, who just had an operation for cancer treatment. So we're wishing her a lot of thoughts and prayers. And also, if anybody has a problem with the stimulus package that was just passed, please feel free to send me your stimulus check. I will take that off your hands. You can cash at me at Mighty Power, $ Mighty Power, and catch us here every single Thursday at Gay Town Hall.
Do you also take Venmo and PayPal?
I sure do.
She takes everything.
You name it.
All right. A good night from Corey.
Good night, America. Ty, happy birthday. I hope you guys had fun watching us and being a part of the conversation. Hopefully we gave you diverse views and, just keep talking. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree, but at least if we hear each other and we seek the truth, whether it's, and I'm not saying my truth is any better than anybody else's truth, but if we just try to seek the truth together on a journey, we'll probably get a lot further. So have a good night.
All right. And a good night from John.
Good night, everybody. And forget everything I said about gifts. Please feel free to send me lots of material gifts.
And what's the address we're sending it to, John?
Huh?
What's the address we're sending it to?
Sawmill. In care of John Holt.
All right. And let's give a huge round of applause for the birthday boy, Dr. Ty Hauser.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ty was the gift tonight. So, Ty, where's the party at?
In my pants.
And if they want a more public space, where will people meet you this weekend?
Behind the dumpster at No. But seriously, I want to say that none of my fellow hosts were hurt in the filming of this episode. And my jokes mostly didn't land, and that's okay. But it's my birthday, so I get a...
Well, you told jokes.
And...
I was like, what jokes did you tell?
Wait, let's all do it. Let's all do it. And with that said, I'm your moderator, Social Club Butterfly, David Quiñones. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy birthday again to Ty. Much love to Faye What from her surgery and recovery. And we will see you guys next Thursday. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.